Hello, my name is Martha Hall. I am a almost 30-year-old Olympic style rifle shooter, and today we'll be talking about PTO. So if you don't know what a PTO is, you're not from the US or don't shoot Olympic style rifle, a PTO is a preliminary tryout. It is basically a smaller match that pretty much any club can host and officially submit scores to USA Shooting, which is our national governing body, to be put into your record for the national rankings. They're currently working on that system, so there's no real actual national rankings yet, but I think later this year they're going to implement a new system. So kind of looking forward to that. But it's basically an actual match compared to just a practice match. You're actually on the line with other people shooting in actual match times and all that. So they are really fun to actually get back into competition after a very long stint with nothing due to a pandemic. So I shot two separate relays. I shot the first and the third relay. So there are a few differences in the two relays. So this was back in March. So I had my old rifle. So bear in mind that when looking at scores along with like some of the things I'm going to talk about. So it's not with my new rifle. So for the March PTO, I shot the first relay at 9 a.m. and the third relay that started at 12:30 or 1. And so the 9 a.m. relay, I had some interesting problems. Because I work full time, I am not used to shooting first thing in the morning rested. So I really had a problem with too much energy first thing in the morning, so my hold wasn't that good compared to what it had been being in practice. So, something I need to figure out and work on for future matches is figuring out what level of activity I need to do before a match in order to actually have a consistent result, because I can't practice first thing in the morning, but maybe 1 or 2 days a week, and the rest of the time it's after work. I also came off the line and talked to my coach, which for me I have never done because I have never actually had someone to come off the line and talk to before. I am still getting used to actually having a coach thing. It's not something I have ever really done in the past, and it's just something different that, is kind of nice. We were able to work on some things. So the second half of my first match was a little bit better and a little bit more consistent than the first half, which was nice. Overall, score-wise, first match was not very good, but it got better as we went through the match, which I'm happy about. And some of the issues I was having were mostly head placement stuff, which is what I've been having problems with because of my rifle anyway. The third relay, I overall did better and it felt better. I was able to get a more consistent head position, but it was also straining my neck the entire time. And it was near the end of the match, I was almost worried that my neck was gonna start cramping because I was having to twist and lock it into a weird position your neck's not designed for. So overall, my consistency was way better in the third match up until the last target, because for me, I have extreme anxiety around not having enough time to finish. And I had that a little bit in the first match because I had 30 minutes left for 30 shots when I came off the line on the first match. But I ended up having 7 minutes left. And I didn't have too much anxiety at the end of the first match. A little bit, but not too much. The second match, however, I think it was 9 minutes for 10 shots. And I finished with 4 minutes left. And I truthfully was on full panic mode my last series because I was just completely freaked out. So I really need to work on knowing that I can shoot shots in less than a minute per shot and like have my process work with that. I mean, overall my process is less than a minute per shot, but the amount of time I was taking in between shots was a little more than that. So I was on average spending more than a minute per shot for the match, but then at the end I was like freaking out. So really gonna work on some timing drills to make it less stressful on me, because I know I can shoot faster, especially like if in finals it's like you get 50 seconds for single shots and 4 minutes 10 seconds for a 5-shot series. So it's like I really have to get used to shooting in less than a minute per shot. So there's definitely something there I will be working on for sure. But overall, I'm like really happy how both matches turned out. I worked really hard in both matches to be consistent in my process, which is like the first time probably ever, because before it was like I would be shooting and I'd either be running out of time or just have a bad shot or a bad series and know I had like accidentally see it on the screen or whatever, and then just like start blowing shots downrange, whatever, and not really thinking about process. So I was really happy with actually spending the time on the process and feeling good about every shot, even if it wasn't like the best result possible. I wanted to break 600 in the match. I didn't do that. The first match was like complete wash, nowhere near breaking 600. Second match, I shot a 599.8, and my last series was a 95.8. So it's like I would have broken 600 if my anxiety for not finishing had not kicked in that last series. So some good improvements. Looking forward to seeing how the new rifle affects my next PTO scores in April, and I'm really proud of the progress I've made so far. So if you like following me, please subscribe, and if you have any video ideas, please leave them down below. Hope you have a great day.